Here's another revelation on the irregularity pertaining to the Central Highway.
The loan obtained to build the 32.5 kilometer stretch of the Central Highway from Pothuhera to Galagedara amounts to $1 billion. The loan facility was agreed to before the final contract value was established. The loan facility carries an insurance premium of 10.07%. Experts opine that this is excessive as there are minimal risks of non-payment, especially as Sri Lanka is in a mature post-war situation. The insurance premium has been agreed as an advance payment of $107 million. This agreement was signed and approved by Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe as the Minister of National Policies and Economic Affairs on the 14th of July. Although this was a commercial loan as opposed to a government-funded aid program, the invited companies were only of Japanese origin. The disqualified bidder, Fujita Corporation, is now being promoted to form a consortium with the winning bidder, Taisei Corporation. The project committee categorically rejected attempts to change the stated experience records of bidders, saying it would impinge on transparency and would attract criticism.
We are now joined by Faraz Shaukat Ali for more details of this irregularity. Faraz?
Thank you. Good evening, Galagedara. Thank you very much. Several questions remain as to on the Central Expressway project and its possible award to Taisei Corporation and now a disqualified bidder in the form of Fujita. The first of all, we need to bear in mind that under the previous government, this section of the highway was earmarked for work to be done by the Chinese. When the government changed, there was a perception and an impression created that the Chinese were far more expensive and that this section of the highway would be entrusted as a JICA or a Japanese government aid project. Inexplicably, we now find that this loan has now moved from JICA to the Mitsubishi Tokyo Bank. And so the question is, how did that happen? Who made the initial inquiry from the Mitsubishi Tokyo Bank? Secondly, we need to know how it is that in June 2016, the Cabinet of Ministers decided on asking for a loan of $1 billion. And that was for Section 3 of the highway and also the Kelani to Rajagiriya road. How did they know 1 year before the contract was awarded? It is only in July 2017, a year later, that the exact value of the Taisei Corporation bid at 134.9 billion or just under 135 billion became known. So it's rather a coincidence that the cabinet seemed to know more or less the cost of the project. The third point is we'd like to know how it is that in a peacetime scenario, the insurance component of this $1 billion loan facility is set at 10.07%. And in terms of money, that's an awful lot. That's a $107 million, an upfront payment. So we need to know how that happened. And then how, and very crucially, how is it that a minister, what kind of mandate does Lakshman Kiriyalla, the minister in charge of the highways, how does he have a remit? And how does he put forward a cabinet paper to make the successful bidder, in this case Taisei Corporation, to work with the disqualified bidder, Fujita Corporation? And it's absolutely never heard of in the history of this country that you get a failed bidder being asked to work with a qualified bidder, all on the basis of a consultant, supposedly a consultant to the Cabinet of Ministers in Japan, who writes a letter saying that Fujita have a right and the right kind of expertise to carry out this job. That is the question. So many questions. How, and how?